আমরা জিতবো পজিটিভিটি আনলিমিটেড করোনা আবহে জরুরি পজিটিভ থাকা সমাজে পজিটিভিটি বাড়াতেই উদ্যোগ অনলাइन प्लेटफॉर्म में शामिल धर्मगुरुरा
2021 के बीच संचालित होने वाली व्याख्यान श्रृंखला में समाज के एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटीज जैसे ईशा फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी, मुनि श्री प्रमाण सागर जी महाराज, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग के संस्थापक श्री श्री रविशंकर जी, विप्रो लिमिटेड के चेयरमैन श्री अजीम हाशिम प्रेम जी, श्री कांची कामकोटि पीठ के जगत गुरु पूज्य शंकराचार्य विजेंद्र सरस्वती जी, पद्म विभूषण डॉक्टर सोनल मान सिंह जी, मुनि श्री विद्यासागर जी महाराज, श्री पंचायती अखाड़ा निर्मल के पीठाधीश्वर पूज्य श्री महंत संत ज्ञानदेव सिंह जी महाराज, राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के सरसंघचालक माननीय डॉक्टर मोहन भागवत जी संबोधित करेंगे। सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी नमस्कार। कोविड रिस्पांस टीम दिल्ली की तरफ से आप सभी का स्वागत है। हम जीतेंगे पॉजिटिविटी अनलिमिटेड की व्याख्यान श्रृंखला के क्रम में आज हम सभी को पूजनीय सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी का मार्गदर्शन मिलने वाला है। पूजनीय सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव आध्यात्मिक गुरु एवं सुप्रसिद्ध लेखक हैं। आपने 8 भाषाओं में अनेक चर्चित पुस्तकों की रचना की है। सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी ईशा फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक हैं। ईशा फाउंडेशन भारत सहित अमेरिका, ब्रिटेन, सिंगापुर, लेबनान और ऑस्ट्रेलिया समेत अनेक देशों में योग की शिक्षा देता है। ईशा फाउंडेशन कई सामाजिक और सामुदायिक विकास की योजनाओं पर भी काम करता है। वर्ष 2017 में भारत सरकार ने आपको सामाजिक सेवा के लिए पद्म विभूषण से सम्मानित किया है। कोविड-19 के चलते समाज में भय और निराशा व्याप्त है। ऐसे में समाज में पॉजिटिविटी लाने के लिए क्या क्या प्रयास जरूरी हैं, हम सदगुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी से अनुरोध करते हैं कि वो हम सबका मार्गदर्शन करने की कृपा करें।
These numbers of daily cases, all these are not relevant right now because we've reached a point where the numbers could be 5x or 10x of what is being tested, because you cannot test 1.3 billion people in one day to find out how many people actually. So these numbers are more maybe a little bit of a guidance for the administration, but I think it is time to shift to a place where educating people, I mean it's already been done, but I'm saying more stringently, because anything that you need to communicate in our country, you have to do it in 24 languages, so it is very hard. How to handle this, what level of symptoms, how to handle it, if you're asymptomatic, how to be. It is not necessary we should go on testing, because testing is irrelevant. Almost everybody has it all right now. Already it's going there. If it is not there, it will get there in the next few weeks, because this is not something you can contain like that. You can only see how to boost your immunity, increase your lung capacity, what is the sensible things, what are the sensible things to do. And the few things that I mentioned, that you mentioned, of panic, frustration, fear, anger, none of these things are going to help us. Because this is not a time for grandstanding each other, this is not a time to point fingers at each other, this is a time to stand up. Not even as one nation, as one humanity, we need to stand up, because right now I'm here in the United States, well, everything seems to be normal, all the traffic is normal, commerce is going on, industry is going on, everything is going on. But it is just probably a question of weeks or maybe a couple of months before this virus, this particular variant that we are suffering in India, could be all over the world in no time, because you cannot contain it like that within a country. National borders are not a limitation for this. So this is a time to really understand. This is a generational challenge. How are we going to come out of this? What are the simple things? Everybody should know what are the few simple things that they must do, rather than pointing fingers at each other, because it's an invisible enemy. It doesn't matter what the administration does, it doesn't matter what people do, what they think. It will spread, because you cannot really stop it. One simple thing I'm saying right from last 14 months, see, if only we had the necessary integrity and discipline, that we did so many weeks and weeks of lockdown, but they were only partially effective, because only a certain number of people actually follow this recommendations or enforcement, because now we are no more calling it lockdown, we are calling it curfew in some of the places. So curfew means it has to be forcefully enforced. However much you enforce, it's not going to be absolute unless every one of us gets it. Well, that's a difficult thing to do, to make the entire population get it. I would say at least the urban population. If you make the entire urban population in India to understand 14 days, if you do not come in touch with any human being, if you just stay only with those 1 or 2 people who are not infected in your family or whatever, do not come in contact with anybody for 14 days, you would definitely drop it down.